you ready? We are going to make the light up toss game, and all the parts that you see here you can find in the Kit Hub February Family Game Night Kit. If you don't have that kit, no problemo. These are parts that you can also buy yourself. Okay, so let's go over the fun stuff. You need an LED. We have a big LED here, and then we have some electrical tape. We have a coin cell battery, and then we have a couple pieces of paper, aluminum foil, my trusty pen, and a couple of tools. This is where parents are definitely helpful. We have a box cutter and a pair of scissors. Okay, so I'm going to just show you really quickly how this project actually works so you can conceptualize, and then we're going to get into actually making it. So here's my example project where it looks very simple, where you have a piece of paper, 2 aluminum tracks. So aluminum foil is conductive, which many people don't know. It's true. We have an LED, and then we have the LED connected to the battery and those aluminum foil tracks. And so the ball that we're using is this aluminum foil ball because it is also conductive, and it's going to complete the circuit. So you might notice that it doesn't complete, it just keeps going on and on and on here. So we're going to close that up. So when you put that aluminum foil there and it has contact with both pieces of aluminum foil, the LED blinks. Ta-da! Very nice. Okay, and so the light up toss game is very similar to a skee ball game where you're going to toss the ball through the hole of the box, and then we're going to set it up in a way so that if it gets through the hole, it will land and in the right spot to light up your LED. So we're making it really simple. We have one hole in the box, but you can do more fun, interesting things than we are today. This is just to get you going. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do here is look, we have our piece of paper and our 2 pieces of aluminum foil. You want to make sure that your aluminum foil ball is going to make contact with those 2 aluminum foil tracks, and so in this case it does. So at that point, I really recommend that you take a couple pieces of tape and you tape it down so you no longer have to worry that the tracks are in the right place for your game. Okay, so we're gonna do that. Now that's out of my mind. Okay, the next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna check that we can actually make this LED light up before we do any more taping, etc. So when you're looking at your LED, it has 2 leads on it. One is positive and one is negative. The positive one is the longer lead, and it's sometimes really, really hard to actually see that. So I'm actually having a hard time with this one, but I can tell this one's a little bit longer, so that's our positive. And now when you spread those leads apart, because we want to make contact with our aluminum foil, you just kind of have to really keep that in mind, because you might have to put them back together to kind of check again. So I'm going to hold the left, the shorter LED in my left hand, and then I'm going to grab my coin cell battery. Okay, so now I'm going to look at my coin cell battery, and you can see where it has that plus sign. That's the positive end. And then on the other side, it's got this sort of gradient on there. So that's the negative side. Okay, so I'm going to now place my LED on that negative, and I'm good to go. So you can see actually if I put the positive to the positive, I actually can light up my LED. That's always a good way to make sure your LED actually works before you continue the project too. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to double check that when I place all this stuff down on my project, and there's contact, the leads have contact on the battery, on the tracks, and then I take my aluminum foil ball, that my LED lights up. Boom! It lights up. Things are going well for me and you. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take a piece of tape and you know, I really recommend cutting your tape ahead of time. It really makes life a lot easier where you're not like, oh, I gotta like grab the scissors and the tape, you know, that's no fun. Okay, so now I'm going to just place this piece of tape right over top of the LED and the battery, and it's like all nicely placed down. It's awesome. Good to go. Okay, so here we go. It's all down. And I'm going to double check again just to see, can I still light up my LED? I can. Life is still great. So I'm now going to tape down that other lead onto the aluminum foil, and I don't have to worry about this anymore because it's all ready to go. Yes, it works. Good. All right. So honestly, you know, that's the project right there, and the rest of it is really just making it look good, you know, for people to play. And so what we're going to do is we're just going to place this right into the box and make sure that my LED can poke through this hole. And yet, you know, I recommend just from a design perspective is I made this little cuff here so that I can place it right below where that hole is in my box, so that when you throw the ball in, then you know it's going to end up in the right spot. So, and you can do that with some Scotch tape. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to stick the LED right through that hole, and so that I know that's all good to go. There it is. Okay. And then, oh, see, I just had a malfunction where my tape wasn't strong enough to keep it all together. So we're going to try that again. So we're using the electric tape that comes in the kit, but you don't have to use that. Electric tape is not conductive. Okay. So we'll try this again. You can see that I also have to troubleshoot, and not everything goes as planned. Okay, so we'll try that again, and then, because I want to stick the LED through first, because then I will stick the cuff through. Okay, so that'll fit. Okay, so that should be good like this. It doesn't have to be pretty in the box. And then I'm going to place the cuff here, and just make sure that where I place it is directly where the hole is. I'm going to take some tape, and honestly, I just stick the tape on the cuff and then stick it down. It's not, that's the easiest thing to do, but you can figure out a better option than what I'm doing right now. And so there we go. I'm going to stick my LED through. All right. I spent some time with the tape really making sure that the LED leads connect with the battery and onto the aluminum foil tracks. So you may have to fiddle with that a little bit. I didn't want to put you through that. So now I have everything in the box. I have the cuff in there exactly over top of the tracks. So here's the test. I'm going to take my aluminum foil ball, I'm going to throw it into the hole, and we're going to see if the LED lights up. Let's try this. Ta-da! I totally won a few points there. So there's a lot of other fun things you can do. Please let us know what you make by either sharing a video or photos. And you can do that with hashtag KitHub, or send us a note on Twitter, KitHub, CC, etc., etc. Thanks so much.